Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my second casting experience. I realized the first time I got a little distracted, but no big deal. Today we are going to be watching my friend Alex in a standard matchmaking game. Should be real fun. Let me go ahead and I just got to take care of something in my room here real quick. Alright, as you all may or may not know, my name is Tucker X in game. Other people know me as JP Henry. I have a handful of names, but I mainly go by Tucker X for the most part. Right now we're in warm-up. Person whose game we'll be watching today, his name is Alex. In game he goes by the name Vlad. Him and I have actually been friends since high school. He's the one who got me into CS. So we're going to watch one of his games. We're going to see how it goes. He's mid-range player. He's not the highest end, but that's okay. He's very talented, though. He's good. He has a lot of knowledge of the game. But like myself, you get old and your reflexes and your eyes start to go. So, whoop-de-doo. Alright, so we'll take a quick peek at the teams here. Looks like there's still a handful of bots on the terrorist team. So hopefully some people connect to that shit. Looks like they got some people coming in yet, so we'll just go ahead and give that a minute. Set my phone to not bother me quite as much. Alright. Get myself a drink here, so in case I get a little dry. Alright, looks like we're getting close to that. Got about 10 seconds left to warm up, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to kill the music. Jump right on in there. Turn the volume down just so we can get some good information in here. Looks like Vlad is going to start out on the CT side, so we'll follow the CT side this time. Right now, looking like not a lot of buying going on. Looks like there's a P250 buy from one of them, Ron Swanson. And that's kind of standard in lower level play. There is a P250 buy on the opposing team as well. So, looks like we got 3 going A, which is standard, 2 going B. They'll check that out right away, realize there's no rush coming. Very typical to see an A play on the first round. It's a very common sight, regardless of where you're at. Looks like a call was made out. Looks like Vlad will return to the... Oh, no, kind of indecisive there. But anyway, we'll go here. We'll check out the terrorists, see what they're up to. A couple shots fired here. Oh, looks like... Oh, Jesus, 2 really good entry picks going straight into the bomb site, both with headshots. 2 for 1 situated across there. Oh, wow. Exchange is going down again, 2 for 1 on each side. That leaves it in a 3v1 situation in favor of the terrorists. And they're going to take that round really quickly after that. A lot of damage was done to Woot Owl. He had 1 HP left. But now we'll expect to see a light buy from the terrorists. SMGs, sometimes a Galil is in order. Another thing I'm seeing in sort of lower level ideas is a lot of people think, oh, save round, they can't buy anything, so I won't buy anything, which is really, really silly because you want to buy something that continues to give you an edge and a natural advantage, but not a lot to the point where if you lose that gun, it's going to change things in favor of the other team. So luckily, we didn't see any of that from the CT or the terrorists. They all bought light guns, SMGs, which is going to give them an edge. They will have automatic weapons over just the pistols of the counter terrorists. So looks like we got a couple people pushed up into B and just 1 player at A, whereas another one is pushed all the way around. Coming in for a flank on Lol U. Let's see if we can get some eyes on that. Here he is behind them. Oh, and he's going to get that kill. 1-for-1 trade. Every kill that the CTs get at this point is just huge because they'll be taking away those guns that they invested in. They'll still get enough to maintain an advantage, but we are going to see the bomb go down here. 3v3 situation. Definitely even. Wormhat looking for a good position. Oh, Ron Swanson doesn't see him as well as inside. Another kill goes down. Terrorists take the round. Very simple, very textbook. Worked the slow pick. They weren't really afraid of any nade stacks, anything cute. So, on this round, we may see some upgrades. The people who died are typically going to buy something. Looks like they're sharing guns. One of the players who stayed alive, Dr. Hoop, he gave one of his guns away, and he purchased a P90. And then we do have one AK-47 on the team to Woot Owl. So, at the moment, terrorists lead 2-0. We can expect them to win this round, and then we'll see a full buy-up, see some things go on. So, looking at the spread out, again, 2B, one's pushing up banana from the terrorists. Looks like we're going to have a small encounter down here, and the terrorist is going to take that down right away with that AK-47. Not much of a chance for him considering he only had, he only had that pistol to defend himself with. Looks like real slow penetration here. They're not pushing too hard in. He is going to flash over and try to get himself in position to get a kill here in this site and take over. No teammates with him, quite he's lagging behind a little bit, but he has spotted him. He's going to get the shots fired off, and he's going to get that pick right away. However, he doesn't know that Vlad is still in that B bomb site. However, the kills that are going down, now it's just Vlad that's left in a 5-on-1 situation. Since Vlad only did a P250 save this round, it would be wise of him to go in and try to get as many kills as possible. It's pretty unwinnable for him, but it is important that he goes for it because he doesn't have anything invested this round. He doesn't really have anything to lose yet, except this round, which is already unwinnable for him pretty much. So it would be beneficial for him to try to get as many kills as possible, especially if he got it on the guy with the AK-47. That would be a huge deficit for him to come across. Alright, he does hear him. He's taking a peek at it. He sees the guy here. Doesn't realize the guy's pushed up. Bad timing. A headshot from Lol Yu wins that round for the terrorists. Now we're going to see the first gun round. We can expect all players to abandon their SMGs. Some players might keep them. It's a reasonable play if you have something like a P90, which has a fast rate of fire. So we are going to see 3 AK-47s, 1 rifler with an op on the CT team. The rest are M4s and M4 silenced. We're going to follow Vlad into the B bomb site. Here we'll take a look at the overhead view. We got 2 players going banana. They're going to see some action here. A flashbang coming in forces Vlad to retreat. He's going to smoke that off. Oh, Ron Swanson gets the pick right there. Good delay on that smoke grenade. Exchange is going down on the other side of the map. Woot Owl picks up Fluffy Ninjas. So now it's a 4v4. Take that back, 3v4 in favor of the CTs now. That's really huge when you go for 1-for-1 trades. That will always favor the terrorists because it thins out the CTs and makes it easy for the terrorists to go and take a site wherever they go. Because that is the natural advantage of the terrorist team, is they always have numbers pushing into a site. Ooh, excuse me. Vlad is fully rotated to the A bomb site now and left Ron Swanson by himself. Bomb is down. Looks like they're just trying not to expose it. Wormhat, has picked it up, and he's going to start moving towards mid with Lol Yu. Dr. Hoop looks like he's just waiting to catch anyone coming out of B through banana. It's kind of a risky rotate. It's good to get a flank by rotating and pushing straight through banana where he's at, but it is a little risky because you risk maybe, they're waiting like Dr. Hoop is, and then they can just rush in there and take the site. So, but Ron Swanson not leaving the B bomb site. I think he might have hurt him a little bit, but as the kills go down, he's got no reason to rotate until bomb is spotted, but it looks like they see it now. A quick bait from Vlad gets a 1-for-1 exchange, which is always in favor, and he gets that 2 kills with a headshot right there, ending the round. CTs pick up their first round. This is good for them. The terrorists do have a lot of money from their first 3 rounds, though, so they are going to be able to buy again, and they'll probably be able to buy next round, even if they lose. At this point, it's still anybody's game. However, this is CT-sided. The terrorists are going to want to try to pick up 2 to 3 rounds to sort of break even at the halftime point. So we'll see where this goes. Looks like Betty's going to be playing apartments, and so is his teammate Fluffy with the op, but he's going to go down right away to that AK-47 in close quarters there. And that terrorist was not ready for that exchange. 1 for 1 is pretty good for the terrorists. Another terrorist coming up. Betty's going to see it, and he gets the kill right off the bat. Bombs down, but a nade martyrdom that bitch right there, I'll tell you what. That's going to change things a little bit. Bomb is down, it's been spotted, so the whole counter-terrorist team should be rotating, assuming that they called out correctly. Vlad's going to come into Archway here, which is a very critical spot of the map to hold down. Not much going on here yet, no exchanges. Looks like they're planning on taking it back to B, which is a real smart decision because after spotting the bomb and having it head bend down, it was called, so I'm sure everybody rotated, and that... Granted, it's not a for sure thing for the terrorists. It's a good play on their part to acknowledge that and assume that they rotated. Oh, a slick headshot from Janie gets Vlad out of the picture. And in good position here through construction, Ron Swanson's just looking to pick anybody who steps out of line, which doesn't look like they will. Janie misses the second shot, but picks it up as he pushes in. A 1v3 situation for Ron Swanson. Fairly unwinnable at this point due to the good positioning of all 3 terrorists. He's probably just going to go for kills on their way out. Doesn't see anything in construction. They know he's in the CT spawn area now, though, so they're going to exit through banana. No more kills. 1 to 4 in favor of the terrorists. Alright, so here we see Betty picking up 2 P90s so he can buy for a teammate so he can afford Kevlar on top of his gun. A P250 saved from the barcode player. And Vlad picks up an M4 as he got a kill that round, so he has enough to pay for that. Flash is coming in at B, so they're going to fall back and get into a better position. Smoke goes down at the choke point. That's going to essentially eliminate about 15 seconds from the round because pushing through smoke is almost always a really bad idea. The people that are playing defensive will always see them in the smoke before the people in the smoke can see their enemies. So it's very bad to try to push through that. Looks like we got some spamming going down to the windows from kitchen. Terrorists looking to try to get an edge, see if anybody steps out of line. Counter-terrorists are playing this pretty smart. However, Fluffy is going to go out of position again. I really don't agree with that play. That was really not that smart on his part. Once the terrorists have lost 1 player, the CTs can effectively fall back and play it very passive with a good number advantage. So we see another pick going down. That's another kill by Lol U there. At the moment, we see Vlad in library watching the bomb site. Wormhat picks up Ron Swanson. Vlad being the last one alive, 1v3 situation. One of the terrorists is really low and has no armor, so all it would take is a quick shot to pick that off. However, Lol Yu quickly sees him and starts firing off burst shots. Oh, but he goes down during his reload with a headshot from Vlad. This turns it into a relatively winnable situation for him. However, as I say that, he falls to Wormhat. So we're going to see a 1v5 situation here. At this point, the terrorists have picked up more than enough rounds to make it okay for them at the half. So this is going to be relatively important. I should say it's going to be very important that the CTs don't give up any more rounds. Otherwise, they're going to have a really, really hard time dealing with it on the terrorist side. So. Alright, so we see Ron Swanson overextends and gets picked right off the bat here. Vlad looks like he's going to go into a tricky position and hopefully get a pick. Wormhat and Janie waited, almost the whole terrorist team, all except for Lol Yu, who is clearly firing at someone that he sees and gets him in the window. They all push in and they storm that B bomb site. Vlad, though, with some patience, lets all 4 of them cross and gets 1 kill out of it with a, I believe that was a Deagle save or a P250 save. I missed what the gun was that he killed him with. Fluffy Ninjas being the last one here that can salvage this round. At this point, the positioning of the terrorists is actually really good because Law-U is coming around for a flank right now. And another round goes to the terrorists. So at this point, the CTs are starting to fall behind. The terrorists are kind of starting to run away with this. If they win any more rounds at this point, it's pretty much it's going to be a very, very hard situation for the when they switch sides. So. Alright, looks like the bomb is indecisive on which direction he wants to go. He's hiding behind the kitchen right now. Can't decide if he wants to go mid or alt mid. Smoke goes down right away on Banana. Shots are being fired into the smoke. They don't want to really risk anything. That's smart on their part. They hear movement, and it looks like they called for a rotate, but at this point that's not really going to be beneficial for them. What they really need to do is they're unaware of the position of the terrorists, but the CTs really need the CTs really need to get 3 over at the A site in order to defend this correctly, and then have Ron Swanson, the last one, playing sort of a, or sorry, Vlad playing sort of a shortstop role so he can quickly rotate. So. But at this point, the A site has been stormed. Betty going in for that knife to get that extra money, but doesn't quite get the angle he needs in order to kill him. Wormhat talking a little bit of smack as he gets that kill from the knifer. Counter-terrorists starting to approach the site now, coming in together. Doesn't see the guy in the corner. Ron Swanson gets picked off by that P90, and Vlad gets the kill. And then 2 terrorists are going to come truck side. Sees Vlad, and the exchange goes down. Vlad falls. Another round for the terrorists. And some minor teabagging. Take a moment to drink some delicious Mountain Dew. Alright, looks like we see some relatively similar buys here. Got 3 M4s on the CT team, as well as a weaker gun, the FAMAS, and 1 rifler holding an op. And then across the board almost, we see AK-47s from the terrorist team and a P90, which I think was left over from the last round. Dr. Hoop is actually doing a really good job managing his money. Alright, flashing in here, looking to get that kill. Doesn't quite get it, doesn't really match up, get the headshot that he needed there to win that engagement. So, oh, 2 kills for Ron Swanson at B. Going for a third here. Dr. Hoop throws in that flash, but wasn't quite ready for what was there. Bombs down in B bomb site now. This is great positioning and a good turn of events for the counter-terrorists. They really, really needed this. Counter-terrorists are starting to rotate now, get in position to defend this bomb. I don't know if they're aware that Law-U is in construction, but they definitely should know now. And Ron Swanson's going to go down. Fluffy Ninjas was waiting there eagerly with his op shot, and he got it off, giving the counter-terrorists their 2nd round this game. As you probably noticed when I got that message from Vlad, they are having a pretty difficult time holding the A-bomb site. Let's see if we can take a peek at what they're doing wrong over at A. Just as per usual, we got 2 CTs going B, 3A. So I can see a large portion of the problem right here. This area right here in Arches is a large amount of map control, and there should always be someone watching that spot at all costs. And right now, all 3 of them are pushed into apartments as well as boiler. So there's not even anybody watching mid. Anybody could come in here and go this way, and they would never know about it, and they would come around, take B. It's really, really awful for them to be in that situation. Now Rooster's taken the archway spot, but he's... Yeah, see, now he's kind of confused. You can see if we watch Rooster here, he's watching the CT side, which the reason he's doing that is because he doesn't know if they passed through mid when it was unprotected and into archways. He doesn't really see anything, and his teammates at B aren't under siege yet, so I imagine he assumes that they're just not through there. But now he knows for certain there is a guy pushing. It looks like he went in there now, probably making that call out. Meanwhile, while all this is going on, there was one terrorist that died, but looks like Ron Swanson went down, so now it's a 4v4 situation again, followed by Vlad, who falls, making it a 4v3 in favor of the terrorists once more. At this point, what really needs to happen is the counter-terrorists really need to get on the same page and communicate very, very well in order to make a retake here. However, the Opera gets one pick as they come in. Neither of the CTs landing any of their shots at all, and that has cost them that entire engagement, not losing a single additional teammate there on the terrorist team. This is going to start to get really painful. And as you'll see now, you'll look at the money of the counter-terrorists, and their economy is pretty much in shambles. They can't even afford to buy. Two players buying that probably should have saved until their team could buy with them as a whole. But the positioning that they're playing at A really isn't paying off for them at all, so that's probably what's doing it. They're also missing a lot of shots. That's a big contributing factor. Finally, a little glimmer of hope from the counter-terrorist. Fluffy Ninjas picks up a kill. I think that's the first kill he's picked up since very close to the beginning of the round. Yeah, he got a couple kills right off the bat, but then nothing since then, so that's good for him. There is one defusal kit that I'd like to mention that's bought by this team. On this round, considering how they weren't really able to buy together, just one kit is nice because they're not all committing to $400 that they might just lose anyway because they can't afford guns together. So having just one that they can kind of bounce around and pick up if that person carrying it dies is really beneficial for them. So it's a good decision on their part to save that money, but also play it safe and have a kit if necessary. P90 pushing into sight now. Looks like two counter-terrorists going down. Dr. Hoop looks like he's lagging really, really badly, and that's playing a part in how well they're able to deal with him. That's really unfortunate. 1v3 situation in favor of the terrorists once more. Lol-U again with his flank coming from behind in CT spawn. They're doing a lot of damage to the terrorists and getting them down to like their last 20% or less of health, but they're not connecting enough shots to get these kills, and that's really, really costing them all these rounds. Alright, so now we see another small save from a handful of the same people. 2 M4s on the counter-terrorist team, an AWP, 3 AKs, and a P90. And Rooster is just not having any of that painting on the wall. As usual, we see 2 terrorists pushing up Banana. They've been doing a pretty good job at being able to get a pick. Rooster appears to be watching archways, but the terrorists, again, they're just kind of hanging back. They're not really doing a whole lot of anything. And then over at the B bomb site, for once, both of those terrorists that pushed B bomb site have gone down. They quickly realize that there's an op guarding the bottom of Banana, and they are not going to push into that. They're going to fall back, and they're going to play a little bit passive, which is really smart when they're up 2 kills in the round. Fluffy Ninja is picking up a kill over on the alt mid area. Now at this point, if they really wanted to, they could start to flush out these two, but I would much rather see the counter-terrorists just play it safe, wait for them to push somewhere, and just go for one-for-one trades at this point, because that'll end in their favor. Vlad gets 1 kill, Lol-U making that headshot, but Ron Swanson being sneaky with his last 20 HP, hides in a corner and will sort of uses Vlad as bait, but 1-for-1 trades in that situation are really good because when you're up 3 kills and you go 2 kills and you go 1-for-1 trades, you're always going to win the round. So counter-terrorists pick up their 3rd round and are actually able to comfortably buy. Betty picked up an AK-47 that round, so he's actually in pretty good shape. He's in good shape. Missed op shot from Ron Swanson. He's now being pushed by Wormhat, and that's starting to really pick up their smoke. Not quite in the choke point, so terrorist could still come around that corner and do some damage. Looks like he's going to pre-nade it because he feels like there's guys in there, and he's correct. So that's a good decision to throw that nade on his part. Where is Vlad at? Oh, no, Vlad's in the back of sight like he always is. All right. So there are 2 at mid. Janie with the op, definitely going for those op kills. Betty was kind of silly to just step out like that and not really do anything. Smoke on the right side, so oh, Jesus. Excuse me. So the terrorists can easily get through into archway. Looks like they're gonna swoop her. Oh, the bomb goes down, missing an op shot from Janie, but teammate Wormhat falls in there and picks up Rooster. Bomb's going down at A now. Janie goes down at the hands of Fluffy Ninja. 1-for-1 trade. Wormhat has the bomb planted. Ron Swanson being the only one left in a 1v2 situation. He has an op, which isn't exactly ideal for this, but if he can take care of it, it'll be beneficial for him. So he saw that smoke fly in at him from the right side, so he's aware that there's someone over by truck. And now what he's going to do is he's going to try and push through into apartments and hopefully get some kind of better position on him. At this point, Wormhat definitely hears him. I don't know if he acknowledges it or not, but he knows where he is, and he should be watching that apartment and only that apartment. I guess he's really confused as to where he's at. That was silly. And actually, Wormhat a little too close to the bomb when it blows up. He's going to die for that, and he's going to lose his gun. So, but unlike the counter-terrorists, the terrorists have plenty of money right now. So we're going to see another healthy buy from the T's, keeping that advantage almost the entire game so far. Current score 10-3, only 2 rounds left. Looks like Vlad and Rooster on the CTs are going to save for the last round, where the other 3 are going to pick up an op, an M4, and an AUG, which is a very... the AUG buy is interesting, in my opinion. Ooh, Ron Swanson getting that pick at B real quick here. But looks like he's hoping to get that 2nd pick. Vlad's pushing forward to back him up. He only has a pistol. And Dr. Hoop disconnects. Looks like that leg is finally kicking in. And Ron Swanson with that quick smoke pick. 2 kills at B and a disconnect. This round is definitely looking happy for the CTs. Oh my gosh. 5v2 situation in favor of the counter-terrorists. Lol you with the op. Owl with an AK-47. A nice case-hardened AK-47. Sees Rooster, gets that kill right away. Rooster not reacting very quickly at all to that. He's going to push through into the CT spawn area and head back into library. This is going to cause a little bit of confusion because I'm sure the CT teammates have called out that he's pushing through archways, and so that's going to cause the people from Banana to wait for that, and then this exchange is going to go down over at B. 1v2 situation. This is definitely doable by the terrorists, and he's planting. Vlad calling out that he hears the plant. Ron Swanson rushing to the bomb site. We're going to see Vlad playing that library position. Not positive if he knows where his opponent is, but he can reasonably expect in the pit area. Looking up in the graveyard area, getting that suspicion that he's there. Oh, but he looks away. Oh, Ron Swanson comes in, though, with the op shot, giving Vlad the opportunity to defuse, and this round is going to go to the CTs. So 4-10, hopefully the counter-terrorists, the T's definitely have a lot of money and they can buy on this last round. The only person short on cash is Woot Owl, but Wormhat has enough to buy for him, so this shouldn't be a problem. So they're all going to buy out. We're going to see the heaviest of heavy buys on this last round. The only thing we don't see from the terrorist team is an op. So hopefully Ron Swanson can keep up his little run with the op here and make something happen with it. He peeks out, flashed right off the bat, but he's behind the car, misses that op shot because of it. Just wasn't prepared for that. Smoke goes down at the choke point in B, and that's going to cause the terrorists to wait behind it until they feel more safe. Fluffy Ninjas is going to rotate over the B bomb site and hopefully provide some backup. Looks at the moment like there was a small exchange going on here by Janie and Betty, but that seemed to have ended. So we'll head over there and see what's going on. Looks like all the terrorists are moving through the mid area. One flashed himself, and then I guess Dr. Hoop reconnected, and he's moving through alt mid. Again, so they just push through archways like that, and they're kind of running over everyone. And this is due to the fact that, like I mentioned before, this archway area is extremely important that someone plays there. And I mean that, I can't express that enough. Like, this is important to the point where a CT should be there at all costs and contest it until he dies, because when you look at this area here, if they push through into archways, they can come into A, they can go through library into CT spawn, they can go through here into CT spawn, they can go through speedway. So it's very powerful. Hopefully we'll see some of that same utilization of it from the terrorists this round. 11-4 at the half. Teams have switched around. We're going to see how Vlad's team does against them on the other side of the map. So again, I mentioned the one kit thing. That's very common in the first round. It saves a lot of money since you only start out with that 800. Looks like all the terrorists are opting to go through that the alt-mid location right here, and that's actually a pretty good play. 1-for-1 trade going down, Vlad being the first one to get a kill and die from it. Terrorists moving in together. One goes down, spamming through that smoke, and then another flank coming in by LawU here. This is... Oh, sorry, not a flank by LawU, but oh, he's going to go down. He didn't see that terrorist wrap around behind him. Bombs being planted. Rooster goes down from some silenced USP shots. Fluffy Ninjas goes in. Team kill for the defuse. Kind of a jerk thing to do. Ron Swanson comes in. He's going to not hold them off long enough to defuse. Or to prevent the defuse. That was a little obnoxious from Janie. Kind of stupid. The bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win. So, in the situation that the terrorists were in there, they really needed to win that that pistol round, given how many rounds behind they are. Because if you lose your pistol round, you can expect to lose the next two. Now, the terrorists got the bomb down that round, so they got money for that. Looks like two of them, they're all going to do sort of, I guess they're in a forced buy situation, so they're all going to buy SMGs, which is going to match that of the counter-terrorists and what they have right now. However, I think some of them, only 2 players on the terrorist team, have armor to go with their guns. Oh, sneaky Fluffy Ninjas gets a bunch of 1-for-1 trades here. We see that at mid, but then Owl goes on a rampage with that UMP and just cleans up the round real quick. And a little bit of laughter from the terrorist team as they realize they are slowly being gripped by death's loving embrace. Terrorists are pretty much out on their last limb here. They have no money to buy. They're going to have to save for the last round. One has, I believe, a couple of P250 buys and a Deagle buy. Betty has armor to go with that Deagle. Janie had a decent shot there with that SMG to try to pick Betty, but the teammate got in the way. Sees an enemy there. Janie picks up that kill. Sees another enemy. 2 kills for Janie there. Betty answers back with a kill on LawU with that armor Deagle buy. Janie not positive where that kill was coming in from. Vlad from the window behind her made that kill look easy. So we have a 3v3 situation here. This is another one of those situations where the remaining players need to get on the same page and they need to coordinate. But Rooster is just spamming shots, which is an okay thing to do. Vlad gets a kill. And Dr. Hoop gets a kill, so we're in a 1v2 now. Or, yeah, 1v2. And 14-4. This is looking like the end of the the Team Vlad. So mainly what we saw here is the real problem that they had first half was holding this A-bomb site, and what that was due to was a lot of pushing up into spots like right here and having engagements in really cramped areas. This little hook here where the stairs go down in this direction is a really bad spot to have engagements, and they had a lot there due to them pushing up. And then obviously the Terrace picks up 2 kills there on the last round. 3 kills. And again, I'll reiterate it, I'll say it again and again and again, that spot at Archways is just so important. They were not protecting that, and granted, they didn't really push that a whole lot, and the Terrace didn't really take advantage of that. They still lost a lot of rounds because of it, because even though there was nobody watching this and it wasn't being pushed, the person that should have been right here or right here or right here watching that, he was out of position. So he couldn't watch and get a fire here. He was off in Boiler Room, which they pushed through here a lot and got that kill, and it just ended up working out poorly for them. Now it looks like Ron Swanson with 16 HP left is just about to wrap this game up. 14-4. And he goes down right off the bat. Wood Owl picks up that kill. Last round here, the only thing the Terrorists can do at this point is tie, and they would need to win 11 rounds in a row to do it. But I gotta say, I can't see it happening. So here comes the big buy. AK-47s across the board, 4 players with armor. Only 3 of those players with armor also have a helmet. Looks like all the players are going to... Yeah, all the counter-terrorists just rushed mid that round. With a negative, of course, one of them. Oh my god. I don't know why Betty would push into that, hearing him there and reloading at the same time. That's pretty amateur mistake to make. 3v4 situation. This would be good for them if they had actually been, you know, into the bomb site with the bomb. However, the bomb lagged behind during this rush, and it's going to cost them. So Vlad looking to pick up that bomb, finds the guy in Mexican pit, doesn't get the kill off. Lol you getting a double kill there. Ron Swanson not able to stop him. All now up to Fluffy Ninjas to keep them from winning one more round. Gets 1 kill. Dr. Hoop now well aware of where the last terrorist is. And he decides to play it smart and just play this bomb. I would, in a situation like this, someone like Dr. Hoop should do some small peeking to try to have a peeker's advantage. Instead, what's going to happen here is the terrorist is going to be peeking him, and the engagement will be on the terrorist terms. So, let's see where this goes. Yeah, that was really, really slow reaction time on both players' parts. But it ended up in favor of the terrorists. So, unfortunately, the bomb didn't go down that round, and all but 1 terrorist died. So they're still strapped heavily for money. Whereas if we look at the CT, well, I guess the CTs are actually starting to run low on cash too, because they've had to buy, and they've died a handful of rounds in a row. Fluffy Ninjas gets that headshot, but not before taking on one of his own from that terrorist, leaving him with 20 HP, and Dr. Hoop will clean it right up. Worm Hat going in and getting a double kill here at the mid area. 3v2 situation in favor of the counter-terrorists. Betty eating a grenade here. Dr. Hoop coming around the corner with his leg. Not going to pay off as it goes 1 for 1 again. Rooster getting a kill here. Now it's a 1v1 situation. He's aware of the location of Rooster, and Rooster is... Oh, that nade could have killed Rooster easily, but he made it around the corner, and he's heading to the B bomb site going for that plant. At this point, Wood Owl is going to realize the bomb is not down here anymore. He's going to peek up there, and he's going to say, alright, this guy's planting. I need to go up there and do that. Full health, full armor for the CT. 20 health and 79 armor for the terrorist. CT is going to come around the corner. Don't know if he saw him there. He might have had a very, very quick glimpse for it. Going to smoke that off, which I like this play on his part, because he needs to push through that in order to actually get the vision he needs to beat him. I don't know if he saw his legs there, but he's going to go for like a diffuse, fake diffuse. Oh, and it pays off. Rooster fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. And this game goes to the counter-terrorist. That was relatively one-sided. Ended up not really going the way that it should. This is a counter-terrorist-sided map, but the terrorists' first half were very dominant. Ooh, excuse me. And there's not much else to say about it besides that. So, thanks for watching this one. Let me know what you think. I'm going to try and work on more and more. Hopefully I'll be streaming soon. Our team, Aftermath, hopefully is going to have some good videos up, and I'll be casting our games. And then I'll have a little bit more information on the strategy and everything. So, thanks a lot. Hope you all enjoyed your Christmas and happy holidays.